As we push into the 2019 holiday season, we're all faced with the same issue, some of us more affected by others. And I want to start with just a quick story. Over the last month, I've had guests essentially nonstop and have guests for the next almost 2 weeks past the Thanksgiving date and into the first part of December, which results in a lot of events and parties and out to eats that wouldn't otherwise happen. And it causes some issues, particularly with weight gain and feeling inflamed and crappy nonetheless. But I wanted to share some tactics and strategies that hopefully you might find helpful as we roll into the 2019 holiday season, which essentially is about 6 weeks of eating in excess for most people in America. And there are some simple strategies that can be deployed to help with mitigating the excessive calories that many of us take in during the holiday season. The first and probably the hardest is the mental aspect of it, to actually act like an adult and practice some self-restraint, to say no, to pass on the seconds, to pass on the second, third, or fourth cocktail, and understand that nothing is free. It's a tendency for many people when they're at a party or an event and there's free alcohol or free food that tend to revert to what my wife would call the college student mentality, where you're poor, you're broke, and free is free, and you get as much as you can. But the end result, particularly as we push on into the later decades of life, our metabolism slows down significantly, and it's really hard to get rid of the extra calories that a person could consume at a cocktail party or several cocktail parties strung together over several nights. The next strategy is to avoid the purely empty calories. Certainly we all are tempted by the creative, artistic ability of many chefs. And when you look at some of the pastries and desserts, they're just phenomenal to look at and very enticing on a subconscious level. I want to just grab the whole tray and eat it. But keep in mind that, if you're working out, if you're training for something, if you have a fitness goal, you need real calories and real nutrition. And try to eliminate, if you can, when possible, the extra sweets that are often packed on at the end of a meal or an event. Working out before and after the feast. Working out before gets your metabolism going, makes you feel good, makes you feel a sense of accomplishment, and then wrap it up after the feast with some sort of exercise. It doesn't have to be a 10-mile run or anything crazy like that. Don't punish yourself, but move your body, do something, some kettlebell swings, some burpees, a ride on the bike. We have a Peloton bike in our house that gets ridden by multiple people pretty much every day of the month, essentially. The next strategy is simple, and it's not only just through holidays, but it's something that you can apply throughout the year, and that's hydration. Water, obviously, is essential and vital for life, but it also distends the stomach, and there's stretch receptors in the stomach, which is partly how the body feels and determines whether or not it's full. And by drinking a full glass of water, it fills the stomach somewhat and can help mitigate the tendency to overeat. And cold water, ice water, your body actually has to use some calories to warm that up. And so that's just a simple strategy to help with some of the excess calories and food quantity that we consume. And wrapping it up here is to be gracious and realistic. Understand that unless you're iron will type person, it's very challenging to exert restraint on every occasion. But just slow down, chew your food, and give thanks, give gratitude for the person that made it, that you're here, you're alive, and you're able to partake in the event, that you have family and friends and loved ones to share the holidays with, and just savor the not only food, but the experience, the community, and hopefully that'll bring you some joy. I hope you found this helpful, just some simple tips to hopefully prevent some excess of weight and pounds as we push into the 2019 holiday season. As always, I hope you have a fantastic week. Be safe, be well, take care. If you like this content, please subscribe, leave comments here, whether you're listening on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. Really appreciate the support of the show. And there are videos that go along with a lot of the podcasts that have some slides and some images and some data points that you might find particularly helpful in your quest. And so I hope you check those out at Mitchell MD on YouTube. Take care.